everyone. Today we are going to read the chapter The Never Never Nest. And first of all, we are going to discuss about the author Cedric Mount. Cedric Mount is an English playwright. He has written in English and French. He wrote many satires during the first half of the 20th century. Then, meaning of the context, lodge, a room in a house that is used for sitting or entertainment guest. Vishram Kaksh, we can say, and radiogram, an entertainment device that combined a radio and a record player or a gramophone, and villa, a small and luxurious country reside very heavily, we can say, and shriek, a high loud cry, cheeker kuch kehna, and tartar, an irritable person, and few is expressing stock or relief, and motto, a guiding slogan. Pound means the unit of money in the United Kingdom, worth 100 pence, and shilling, a British coin in use till 1971. Absurd means not logical, and relent means finally agree to something after initial refusal, and Marks and Spencer means a British multinational retailer of goods, and thingamy means a word used in spoken English when name of the object has been forgotten, and endorse means to put signature on the back of a check in order to make it able to be paid to someone. Then we are reading our chapter. Name is The Never Never Nest. Our character Jack. Second character is Jill, his wife of Jack, and Aunt Jane, and nurse. That's another character. Then the scene is the lodge of Jack and Jill's villa at New Hampstead. The initial furniture consists of a table on which are writing materials and two chairs. As a curtain rises, the lodge is empty, but Jack and Jill come in immediately, followed by Aunt Jane. So Jill, first of all, Jill said, and this is the lodge. Then Aunt Jane said, charming, charming, such a cozy little room, and such a pretty furniture. Then Jack modestly said, we like it, handy place to sit in and listen to the radiogram. Then Aunt Jane said, oh, have you got a radiogram as well as a car and a piano? Then Jack said, why, of course, Aunt Jane. You simply must have a radio set nowadays. Then Jill said, and it's so nice for me when Jake always at business. I will make him move it into the kitchen so I can listen to it while I cook. Then Jack said, sit down, Aunt Jane. You must be tired, and we have shown you everything now. Then Jill said, what do you think of our little nest, Aunt Jane? Then Aunt Jane said, I think it's so wonderful, my dears. The furniture, the car, the piano, and the refrigerator, and the radio. What's it? It's wonderful, really wonderful. Then Jack said, and we owe it all to you. Then Aunt Jane said, yes, Jack, that's what's worrying me. Then Jack said, worrying you, Aunt Jane? Then Aunt Jane said, yes, that check I gave you for your wedding present, it was only 200 pounds, wasn't it? I didn't put 2,000 by mistake. Then Jill said, why no, Aunt Jane? What on earth made you think that? Then Aunt Jane said in relieved, well, that's all right, but I still don't altogether understand. This house is very lovely, but doesn't it cost a great deal for rent? Then Jack said, rent? Oh no, we don't pay rent. Then Aunt Jane said, but Jack, if you don't pay rent, you will get turned out into the street. And that would never do. You have Jill and the baby to think of now. Then Jack said, oh no, Aunt Jane, you misunderstood me. We don't pay rent because the house is ours. Then Aunt Jane said, yours? Then Jill, why, yes, you just pay 10 pounds and it's yours. Then Jack said, you see, Aunt Jane, we realize how uneconomic it is to go on paying rent years after years. But when you can buy and enjoy a home for your own for 10 pounds and a few quarterly payments, of course, why be Mr. Talent when you can be Mr. Honor? Then Aunt Jane said, I see, yes, that's something in that. And so you must be getting on very well to keep up a place like this. Then Jill said, oh, his, Aunt Jane. Why only last 2 years he had a 5 shilling rise. Don't you, Jack? Then Jack modestly, of course that was nothing really. I'm expecting 10 this Christmas. Then Aunt Jane suddenly, Jack, I have just thought of something. That car, is it yours? Then Jill said, of course, it's ours. Then Aunt Jane said, all yours. Then Jack said, well, no, not exactly all. Then Aunt Jane said, how much of it? Then Jill said, oh, I should say the steering wheel and one of the tires and about two of the cylinders. But don't you see that's the wonderful thing about it? Then Aunt Jane, I don't see anything wonderful about it. Then Jill said, but there is Aunt Jane. You see, although we could never buy a car, all right, we can enjoy all the pleasures of motoring for a mere 5 pounds down. Then Aunt Jane said, and the rest by easy installments, I suppose. Then Jill said, exactly. Then Aunt Jane said, exactly what about the radio? What's it? Then Jack said, well, that's the. Then Aunt Jane said, and the piano? Then Jill said, well, of course. Then Aunt Jane said, and the furniture? Then Jack said, I have read so. Then Aunt Jane, I suppose all you own is this leg. She points to one. Then Jill, well, no, as a matter of fact, it's that one. She points to another. Then Aunt Jane, and the rest belong to Mr. Saig, I suppose. Then Jill said, yes. Then Aunt Jane, well, I'm not going to sit on Mr. Sack's part for anyone. She stand up. Now tell me, how much do all these installments come to? Then Jack said, well, actually, he takes out his pocketbook and consults it. Actually, to £7 8 and 8 pence a week. Then Aunt Jane, good heavens, and how much do you earn? Jack, as a matter of fact, that is £6. Aunt Jane, but that's absurd. How can you pay £7 8 and 8 pence out of £6? Then Jack said, oh, that's easy. You see, all you have to do is to borrow the rest of the money for the payments from the Thrift and Providence Trust Corporation. Then Jill said, they are only too glad to loan you any amount you like, a note of hand alone. Then Aunt Jane, and how do we supposed to pay that back? Then Jack, oh, that's easy too. You just pay it back in installments. Then Aunt Jane said, installments? She claps her hand to her forehead and shrinks back quickly into the chair, then realizes that she's sitting on Mr. Sack's face and lifts to her feet again with a little shrink. Then Jack said, Aunt Jane, is anything the matter? Would you like to lie down? Then Aunt Jane said, lie down? Do you suppose I'm going to trust myself in a bed that belongs to Mr. Sack or Marks and Spencer or somebody? No, I'm going home. Then Jill said, oh, must you really go? Then Aunt Jane said, I think I had better. Then Jack said, I'll drive you to the station. Then Aunt Jane said, what? Travel in a car that has only one tire and two thingamies? No, thank you. I'll take the bus. Then Jack, well, of course, if you feel like that about it. Then Aunt Jane relating a little said, now I'm sorry if I sounded rude, but really I'm shocked to find the way you are living. I have never owned a penny in my life. Catch down, that's my motto, and I want you to do the same. She opens her handbag. Now look, here's a little check. I was something to give you anyway. She hands it to Jill. Suppose you take it and pay off just one of your bills so that you can say one thing at least really belongs to you. Then Jack awkwardly, thank you, Aunt Jane. It's very nice of you. And Aunt Jane, patting her arm. There's now I must be going. Then Jack said, I'll see you to the bus anyway. Then Jill, goodbye, Aunt Jane, and thanks so much for the present. Then Aunt Jane, kissing her, said, goodbye, my dear. She and Jack go out. Jill looks at the check and exclaims, £10. Then she hurries to the table, addresses an envelope, and endorses the check, and slips it inside with a bill which she takes from the bag and seals the envelope. Then she rings the bell. In a moment, the nurse comes in with the baby in her arms. Jill, oh nurse, I want you to run and post this for me. I'll look after baby while you are gone. Then nurse said, certainly, madam. She hands the baby to Jill, takes the letter, and goes. A second later, Jack comes in second later, Jack's come in again. Jack said, well, she's gone. What a daughter. Still, she did leave us a bit on account. How much was it? Then Jill said, £10. Then Jack, with a whistle, said, phew. That's great. We can pay off the next 2 months on the car with that. Then Jill said, I'm afraid we can't. Then Jack said, why even not? Then Jill said, you see, I have already sent it off for something else. Nurse has just gone to post it. Then Jack said, well, that's all right. Who have you sent it to? Then Jill said, Mr. Martin. Sorry, Dr. Martin. Then Jack said, Dr. Martin? What on earth is supposed to you to do that? Then Jill, nearly in tears, said, there, now you're going to be angry with me. Then Jack said, I'm not angry, but why waste good money on the doctor? Doctors don't expect to get paid anyway. Then Jill, stropping a little, said, boo, but you don't understand. Then Jack said, understand what? Then Jill said, why just one more installment and baby's really ours? She's holding out the infant a little pathetically as we black out. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you.